So I'm pasting down something in the chat box and you need to tell me the output for it. Okay, is that fine?
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. So this is S1 is initialized with a new and S2 is also initialized with a new. So first will be false, second will be true.
Okay.
As we are using the double equal operator, it will compare the object as and we are initializing this both the strings by using the new operator. So both are pointing to the different memory location instead of the string pool. That's why we are getting for the first of all we will get this false, and for the second equals will compare the content which will equal contents ABC. So it will show the true one. One, two, three. Three objects will be get created.
Three objects.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, it will while creating S1 by using any operator, it will create one object in the heap, and the another one it will check in the string pool. If this hello is exist, then it will not create. But if it is not exist, then it will create that hello object into the string pool. When this second time it will come while using the new, it will again create one object into the heap and pointing to the S2. But again it will check into the string pool. But now when we have created this S1, hello is already there, so it will not create it, and so we are having total three.
Three objects. Okay.
Yeah,
So
for the first time two, and the second time is only one, as a string pool is already having this hello.
yeah, but string.
Mm, yeah. So we can say immutable is just for the memory management purpose, as wherever we want to so string whenever we are having this sorry, string pool is just for the memory management. So whenever we are having same, like suppose we have created this hello string, we want it to be get created for the 50 or 100 times. So instead of creating 50 or 100 objects, it will create only one object and reference all of them. But suppose any one of them is want to change it, if it is mutable, and I did some operation like I'm changing that hello hello Ashish, then if it's changed that string, then from the string pool, then it will impact all of them wherever it is referencing. So instead of changing the existing one, it will create the new one. That is what the immutable. So instead of changing the existing one, it means once it's got created, it will not change. When we want to update it, it will create a new one and reference it.
Okay.
Sure. So abstract class is what we can say, where we can have the so basically for the abstraction purpose we are having the abstract class. So we are extending the abstract classes, but for the interfaces we need to implement it. Abstract class may have some methods, method implementations in it, with some abstract methods. Along with the abstract methods, we can have some methods which is having them method body into the abstract class. But in the interfaces, we cannot have. We can have only the abstract methods itself. And variables inside the interfaces will be by default public static, where in the abstract we can have the normal variables as well. So this is the main difference.
Okay.
And tuple classes like string, integer, character, boolean, boolean.
Okay.
Self collection like concurrent hash map and copy and write array list.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
So concurrent hash map is where we can have instead of locking, so we can have the synchronized hash map as well. But in the synchronized hash map, it will get locked for all of the for own whole hash map. But in the concurrent hash map, instead of having lock on complete map, it will lock only a particular bucket or particular node when using the write operations.
Yeah. Correct.
And same like for the copy and array a copy on write array list as well. So it will having a copy while reading and writing. Means instead of giving the exact, it will create the copy and do some operations. So, but the only drawback is wherever if anyone has changes it, and then that changes will not reflect the into the existing iteration like that.
Okay.
It will show the previous value itself.
Okay. So, have you used design patterns as well?
Yeah, some of them like MVC and
Okay. So, design pattern like singleton, builder, have you
uh-huh.
used?
Yes,
So,
singleton is what we can say. We can have only one object instance for whole of the container and everything.
okay. And what about builder design pattern? Why it was introduced?
Which one?
Builder design pattern. Have you used builder
Builder.
design pattern?
Builder.
Yeah.
No, I guess.
Okay.
Factory design pattern, I'm aware.
So,
Like instead of creating the objects, we can have the factory methods or the factory classes, which will create an object and we can use it instead of directly creating it.
okay. So, and
Like that.
what is abstract factory?
Abstract factory is for this instead of directly having the factory factory classes, we are having the abstract classes. In the implementation we can create the respective object by and using it like that. We can have the abstract factory.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. So, uh, have you used Java 8?
Yeah, wait,
Okay.
not thoroughly, but in my previous organizations I have used
Okay. So, what is optional class?
optional class.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay. And what is method reference?
Method reference. Mhm. Not remembering exactly.
Okay, no problem.
And,
So, have you used Spring?
yes.
So, what is IOC?
It's inversion of control. So what we can say, instead of having the direct dependency, we are having the in the Spring we can have this Spring container. Even we can use some Spring definitions into the this uh, XML files or the configuration files, and instead of creating it wherever we require, it will get injected on demand, and the whole life cycle will be get handled by the Spring container itself. So that's what we can say in simple words. I use inversion of control. So
Okay.
we no need to worry about what is the object and from where it get created, how to create it and everything. We just need to inject it
Okay. So,
by using the
what
constructor
are
the
the
setter.
different ways to achieve the dependency injection?
By using constructors and by using the setters, like we can auto-wire by using the constructor, or we can auto-wire by using the we can auto-wire the setter methods as well.
Okay. And what are the different beans? Spring beans? What are the different beans
Scope.
scope? Sorry.
Okay. So we are having a singleton by default scope. So for each Spring container, we are having only a single bean object. We are having a prototype. So prototype bean scope is wherever we are requesting, we are getting a new object. Other than that, we are having a request scope. The request scope is what we can say. It's same like the prototype, but it's for each and every HTTP request, it will get created a new object. and same like we are having session bean. So there also for each HTTP sessions we are going to get the a new bean.
Okay. Also use Spring Boot.
Yes, in the Birla I have used it. For the Reliance project, I have used.
Yeah. So what are the different advantages of using Spring Boot over Spring traditional Spring?
Sure. So basically, what I feel is this XML configurations. So there is no need to worry about more XML configurations. We can just run our application by having only @ Spring Boot application annotation, which will help us to run the application as a Java project. We no need to worry about the Tomcat servers or getting any server installed, as it comes along with the embedded Tomcat itself. So this is the major difference. It results a lot of coding, means a lot of configurations, and a lot of code will not required for this XML configurations and everything.
Okay.
So this is the major difference, I guess.
So uh, there is a annotation called at Spring Boot annotation. So what it will does?
Yeah. So it's we can say it's combining three of the annotations like @ components cat, @ configuration, and @ this auto configuration. So instead of we no need to worry about that component scan, no need to give that packages. It will directly get the same or the child packages inside it. So and it will we are having this run method of the Spring application class, which will get start our application as a Java project, or we are having directly the our project will get run, and we can use the APIs whatever we are having.
Okay. Okay. So suppose if you want to exclude any package from the scanning, from the base package scanning, so how you will filter out that? How you will do that?
Uh, we are having some excludes. We need to give them in excludes and that package name. So we are having some excludes where we can mention the excluded packages. That's what I remember.
Okay. Okay. So there is an annotation called REST controller.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, your voice was broken
Okay.
in between.
Okay. So there are some annotations like service is one of the annotation, component is one of the annotations. Okay. And repository of one of the annotation. So can we use component instead of service annotation?
Uh, we can use, but this is not the correct practice, as we are having this component is, we can say, more it's a it's a it's for the particular classes, and where the @ service is, again we can say, more specific to the component. So wherever we are having the service layer, at that time we can have this @ service annotation. Same with the repository as well. It's a more specific for the DAO layer. So for the DAO layer, it's a best practice to use the repository annotation instead of the component annotation.
Okay.
It's a
Okay. So uh, what is the difference between REST controller and controller?
Okay. So a REST controller is a combination of what you can say @ controller plus the response body. So wherever we are having using the REST controllers, basically we are having the REST APIs. There we can have just the means by default that body will be get into the means we can just need to perform the consumes and produces, so that we will get the response into the JSON or XML, like that. and controller is just to define the controller layer.
Okay.
Wherever any request comes, it will comes to it will first scan for the this controller annotation and get the request mapping. By using that request mapping, it will hit the particular controller.
Okay. Okay. So have you used Hibernate as well?
Yes.
Okay. So how you will achieve second level caching in Hibernate?
Mm, not sure on this. I never tried this second level caching, I guess.
Okay, no problem. Uh, so in Hibernate, so what are the advantages of Hibernate?
Okay. So advantages, what we can say, instead of using this normal JDBC, no need to write this boilerplate code which we are using to get the connections. After getting the connection, after doing some operations, closing the connections, and doing all this stuff. So when we are using this Hibernate, no need to worry about this. This is the first thing. Second of all, we are having this transaction management in the Hibernate, which we can easily get implemented by using just one configuration and some of the configurations in the TX annotation transaction manager class, like that. So no need to worry about every commit and everything. It will get handled by the Hibernate itself. Other than that, the most specific one is the dialect. So in the Hibernate, instead of having the SQL queries, we can have the HQL queries. And by using the dialect, if we change the database, it will. We just need to change the dialect more. Most of the time, we just need to change the dialect. So that dialect will change our HQL queries into the particular database language. So no need to worry about no need to change each and every SQL in the project.
Okay.
So these are the benefits I think.
What is lazy loading and eager loading in Hibernate?
Okay, so eager loading is what we can say whenever we are having the dependencies or the mapping one to one or one to many mappings are there. Suppose we are having the employee with which will be which will require the address to be injected. So eager loading is whenever we are loading the employee at the same time we are loading the address as well. But the lazy loading is what we can say whenever we are loading the employee. So we are not loading the address meanwhile, but when we required it, at that time we are loading it.
Okay.
So whenever we are using that address ID or something, at that time we'll get the object instead of getting loaded in for the first time.
So in Hibernate, by default, it is lazy loading or eager loading of object?
Lazy loading.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So can you tell me the difference between get and load?
Uh, yes. Get is get is the one which is always hitting the database, but the load is the one which is checking in the cache if it is present. If it is not there, then it will hit the database like that. That's what I
Okay.
remember.
Do you have experience in microservices as well?
Not exactly in the microservices, but I have used the REST APIs, RESTful web service for
Okay.
some time.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Hello?
So yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
uh, can you write a SQL query for me? Do you have experience in SQL as well?
Not that much, but I can give it a try. Sure.
Or if you don't know the query, you can tell me the
Mm-hmm.
logic also. That will also work. Actually, no need. Yeah. So I want to find
Mm-hmm.
uh, second highest salary from a table.
Okay.
Yeah. So what logic you will apply here?
For second, Sanjay, let me try this. First of all, if I want a higher salary, I will get, uh, we can have this means we can get the top we are having one variable in the Oracle, I guess, and the top variable. So we can have this select top two of a salary from employee uh, where the salary equals to uh, select max salary from the employee and group by salary we can have. I guess not sure on this, but
So no need to group by, I think.
okay.
You can just find out
Okay,
the
yeah,
maximum
you can have
salary
the max.
from the table, and again, I mean, we just need to exclude the original maximum salary from the table. So that way you will
Correct.
get the second highest salary.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Got it.
Yeah. So I think I am done with my set of questions. Do you have any questions for me?
No, not right now.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Have a good day.